got people in Australia.
Hey man, shout out to the Thing About podcast out in Australia, man.
Yeah,
they show a lot.
Shout out to them for y'all showing us love, man. We really appreciate that.
Like, check out their podcast.
Yeah,
they said definitely check out their podcast.
They said they interested in the culture, man. They said it's dope to see American, young
African
black
American.
men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of young black men, make sure you follow us though. Make sure you can follow me at @NeilSoDope on Instagram and Twitter.
At Tony Roll for me.
At Rawconed on Instagram. At Rawconed on Twitter.
Shout out to the international audience. Like, thank you for the support. Like, it's just so surreal. Like, coming from a space of like when we first thought about starting a podcast. I wanna briefly touch on like the importance of setting. I think a lot of times when people set goals, they set a goal like I'm gonna lose weight this year, so that's their goal. But like they'll never like set any goals in between that. So like it's kind of hard. Like it's like a big jump to the other goal. Like what really works for me, or that I've tried recently, is like you just divide your goals into like quarters. So like you divide it into quarters. So like let's say if you have this goal, like 25% of the way you'd be like, all right, like I want to lose 10 pounds by like such and such. So you try to hit that goal. And it's like a positive reinforcement. Once you hit that goal, you start to feel good. You start to get that feeling that you can do it. So it's like it's much more reachable. And if you look at it within 4 steps, over time, you will achieve that big goal. It won't just be one big leap.
Mm-hmm. Mom always told me, since I was younger, she made me always write out my goals. My mom is a very visual person, and she feels like if you have to literally see this goal that you want on paper, and it's gonna resonate with you, and you have to, like you say, you have to set short-term goals before your long-term goals. But you definitely don't want to avoid setting those long-term goals. You should shoot for the stars. You know what I'm saying? You should shoot as high as you can. But I definitely think goal setting is a very responsible and important thing, because I've freestyled it a lot, and sometimes I have success and a lot of times I don't. So I definitely have learned that really setting goals is definitely very important.
Yeah, and I also feel like when you set goals, like you actually get out to doing it. Like a lot of people just talk about it, and they always make an excuse why they not doing something. Oh, this not ready yet. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. When we first wanted to start this podcast, there are a lot of things that we don't have. But the one thing we do have is our ability to like talk and like just keep going. Even if we don't have those things, we just said fuck it. Like we still gonna start it. We still gonna do our own. You gotta do what you love, man. Like I know this one person who's a doctor and he's making hella money, but he hates going to work every day. Like he don't even like his job.
What?
You know what I mean?
What kind of doctor is he?
Not sure exactly what kind of doctor he is. Like I never really asked him that.
It must be hard, like. So.
Well, I don't necessarily. It's not that it's hard. It's just that he don't like. I mean, he's just like a general doctor. He doesn't get fulfillment out of what he does. He don't get fulfillment out of it. And people think that money brings you happiness, but I'm telling you, this dude got money, but he not. It helps. It helps with financial problems.
It helps with a lot of problems.
It helps with a lot of problems, but it don't help you with emotional and physical problems. And like psychological and brain problems and like those feelings are the worst problems than monetary problems. Cause like monetary problems, like you can eventually like make a come up and get rid of that. Like it's hard to like mentally like something when it's something deep like that. It's a very different experience.
No, I get you, but I also feel like I always say literally. Like everybody has emotional issues, but dealing with them while broke is a whole nother level and a whole nother stress that people that have money don't know. And I just feel like yes, there is a lot of emotional, things that happens to a human. Like my nigga Joe Budden said, nobody's one way. You're fickle. So I mean, there's definitely different emotions, but I do feel like having money alleviates a lot of the stress that a poor person has to go through every day, because you can one day make a come up, but a lot of people don't. So just think, you done lived your whole life never getting past that hump. Like, bro, that eats at niggas.
I'm lit right now.
This dude over here, man.
You gotta have goals, and they gotta be real goals.
Not no fake goals.
Just
Nah,
like
can't have fake goals.
if you ever thought about starting something, or if you ever thought about doing something, just get up and do it. Don't wait until like you got this or wait until you got that. Like if you just want to do it, just get out and do it.
I mean, you're on the couch. You're at home.
Hey.
You're not doing anything. Hey,
Stop
what are you
smoking
doing?
blood. Stop talking to these hoes that don't care about
Stop
you.
liking all these pictures.
You know,
You're double tapping on the picture.
Come down here and get a degree. More about Nothing college. Get off your ass, bro.
If you're gonna sit
Why
on
you
your
on
ass
your
all
mama's
day,
couch?
watch a YouTube video with more about nothing.
You got roaches everywhere.
Why aren't
and I ain't
you
talking
rolling
about
no
that.
new
I ain't
blunts?
talking about the insects.
Sitting
I'm
on the
talking about
couch
all the
smoking
blunts.
roach.
You're not even
know what I mean?
rolling any new weed. Put the one hitter down, bro. Roll a blunt.
This has been brought to you by the More About Nothing College. All things in this commercial are acceptable. That's how the commercials be. Hepatitis C. We do not.
Like what?
Do not take this if you're pregnant. May become pregnant.
Right. Short, tall, black, small.
If you have a scratch on your knee, if you cough at night, if you're black, white, brown,
you
green,
fall asleep
yellow.
during the evening. Hey, you know what I was thinking about?
What's up?
When you ever be like, just out doing something and somebody, like a girl, you be like, who's that? Or like somebody be like, you know that person, and they be like, that's just my baby mom, or like, that's just my baby dad. Is that weird? Is that, or could they say something else, or is that acceptable? Why is it like when you say that, it's like niggas like we look down on?
I say most people look down on it because within the African community, like anytime you're referring to like your baby daddy or your baby mama, you're referring to a person that's not really a part of your life anymore. Mainly when a man's inside the house, like you wouldn't refer to him as your baby dad. Now sometimes you could be referring to him as that and they cannot be in your life and you can still have a great relationship. But the majority of the time I just feel like even with like society, like, and them playing it on TV and stuff, like they appropriate that role too. They make it seem like being a baby mama or being a baby dad is a bad thing.
I just always felt like, to me, like, once I hear somebody use baby mama or baby daddy in their vocabulary and they being dead ass, I'm kind of like, all right, a little different. Cause like, you could have said that's the, father or mother to my child. You could have been like, that's, my child. Like you could have, like, say your child's name is Jason. You could have been like, that's Jason's mom, or that's Jason's dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally could have just said that. When you refer to your baby mom, it is in that sense like, we didn't start a relationship first. We like 9 out of 10, you just were fucking her. It's a lot of people that be in like relationships, you know what I'm saying, and then get pregnant and they fall off or whatever, and that's baby mom. So it's, you know what I'm saying, that's my baby mom, and it's a positive light.
I guess it's more of a cultural thing. I guess
it's just something we came up with.
Yeah.
So do you think black people came up with that?
Yes.
Baby mom,
BM
we might
is our shit.
Because white people say it.
White
say
people take everything from.
I know.
You ain't seen Get Out? See it.
I don't like speaking on things I don't know the answer
That's
to.
what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying.
Baby mama.
It's interesting. The thing is, I just don't be understanding niggas like, if that's your chick, that's your baby mom, you got a kid with her. And the real part that niggas be so sick about with that child support is that, the real dads that's out there like buying them gifts and doing other stuff, and then he still gotta pay this high child support, and then his son is asking like, Dad, can you give me them J's? And it's like, nigga, I just gave your mom $800. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, like, yeah, she could really buy it. That's what I gave her the $800 for. But it's like, nigga, this your son, be like, it don't even matter about that. At this point, like, you chose to kind of make this decision, like you said, if you gonna lay down with somebody, especially if you gonna, you feel me, really fuck around and raw them like that, shit, you gotta be thinking like, man, if this really went that way, how would this person really react, And I just think niggas don't be thinking about that because, like you said, it's just really mostly just some
Get lost in that sauce.
What do you think a good first date would be? Like, if you had a chick, like if you were to like go approach a chick now, like what would be a good first date?
I was just thinking about this because living in Atlanta for a couple years now, it's a lot of dope places you can go on a first day here. Now, coming from Ohio, back in the day, yeah, for free, not paying nothing, flexing damn near. Man, a first day back over there was really like, I give you 3 first dates you could do. You could go to the movies, you can go to the lake, or you could have probably went bowling. Like, I mean,
That's exactly what you do.
Yeah, it's bowling, movies, or like the lake. You go bowling. It's kind of cool because now you having fun with this person early. So you can kind of see how playful, how, jokes, like, you're going to kind of see that person's personality. If somebody just bowling all day serious, they corny, bro. Niggas, when they bowl, 9 out of 10 should be joking and laughing because she not that good or something. You know what I'm saying? Or she can't carry the ball. Something like,
bowling's good.
Yeah, bowling's a good one. And I feel like the lake, that one is a good one, low key. Because, it's nothing but you and that person. Y'all on some slightly romantic flow. You walking and shit. When you walk with a person, you got to talk to them. That's when you learn the most about a person. So I would say a good first date is somewhere that you can go for free and you can walk and talk. Cause I think walking needs to be incorporated.
I think when I was in Alabama, it was either like go to the movies or go out to eat or something like that. Mm-hmm. But like here, like I'm a real creative person, so like I don't really like I like to be like social, so I like to be around people. So like there's so many events happening in Atlanta, like you could literally just take her to like a festival one day. Like girls love food. You can get on Groupon and just find a festival. Like they be having food festivals over all the time. Like food truck festivals. You can just take her out there and like y'all can just go out there and eat. Now if I'm doing like a romantic night for her birthday, of course I'm gonna do like a horse and carriage.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is not for like the first date. I'm saying this is when you want to wife her. You ain't gonna try to wife the chick after the first date. That's what the first date is for. I'm saying like a first date. I definitely think like a food truck festival, any type of festival, music festival, somewhere y'all could just. Like you say, because you want to be around people, but you want to be able to. You want to be able to just be one-on-one, but you want to be in public because they do get girls more relaxed. A girl, look, I'm gonna give y'all some game. If you want to get a woman relaxed, like you said, give her some food, get her some food in her body. While y'all taking these girls out smoking 4 blunts with them and ain't feeding the girl nothing but some McDonald's, like
dehydrating.
Yeah, she dehydrating it. Like,
smoke her out and then take her to a fucking food festival and she don't know y'all going to a food festival.
Oh my god,
bro, she gonna be like, she gonna be high and she gonna be mind blown.
And she gonna be like, damn, you lit as fuck. Then he took, cause look, this is the thing, guys. You gotta think about what she telling her homegirls, cause the homegirls is the one they gonna sell you. They gonna co-sign.
Guys don't really go out their way to do stuff like that.
Nah, bro. I feel like niggas is lazy, cause the pussy ain't hard to get, but it's like you still gotta have some flavor, about yourself. You should never go out to no point, cause at the end of the day, you should never have no girl to be able to talk negative on your name for real. That's what it's really about.
Yeah.
I hate them niggas that be like stepping on chicks and fucking them up, cause when a real nigga get to her, she fucked up now, cause she got all these guards up.
It's all fucked up.
That does provoke an ending cycle of like always having your guard up. But I also feel like without being hurt, you can't really love someone. How you really know what love is if you ain't felt pain?
That's true. But I feel like you love your parents when you come out the womb, no?
Yeah, but your parents also upset you. You also feel sometimes kind of anger towards them.
But it wasn't to a point. But it wasn't to a point where you hated them first and then loved them. You know what I'm saying? You loved them first.
But think about it. Like, let's say God forbid, like one of our parents dies, but like you'll probably look back and be like, damn, maybe I should have loved her more. Or like
exactly.
It's always, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't understand love for real completely until like pain comes.
Pain brings out a very strong dose of love. Most definitely.
One thing I want to ask you guys, because we haven't really talked about it. With Apple Music coming on the rise and things like Spotify and most artists going independent, like how do y'all feel like Chance is moving right now? Do y'all like what he's doing? Like,
what?
Do y'all like what?
Is that a question?
Do y'all like what other people are trying to do? Just be independent and like build from your own. Like I know music's different, but like just artist wise, like what do you think about like artists being independent and building their own brand?
I love it.
It's what needs to be done, bro.
That's
what needs to be done. It's a just like Joe said, it's a old business where the talent literally does everything, is the motor, and is used for everything is gotten and thrown away onto the next one by this big machine behind it who takes all the money. Like TLC is such a sad story, man. Like
it is.
Like they had album on album, single on single on single, in a time where that was like
you can make
some bread. That was like the best time. But I mean, I just think, you know, a lot of these artists just need to be more familiar with their stuff. That's why the only thing I was disappointed at Lil Yachty in that Joe Budden interview was the fact that he didn't know what a 360 was. I just felt like, come on, man. Like, you feel me? This is something that if you getting this much money, you need to start learning about things that's around you.
But if you gotta think of where he at. At 19, he not thinking about that, and also he don't have nobody in his family that got money that could tell him that. He needs to know, but I don't really fault him for not knowing.
I just feel
I want to make sure he's doing that. The money he's getting, he's saving it and not spending it on stupid shit like these chains,
Skittle grills,
and like just dumb shit.
But that's what I was talking to my girl about that, honestly, because on that Future Incredible, you know how he started off. He talking in the beginning. He's like, you know, he's like nothing but a light day. He's like $700,000 on it. And I was just telling my girl, I was like, bro, this nigga got $700,000 worth of jewelry on. Like, I was like, that's $1 million. I was like, that's $1 million. I was like, why do these niggas have such a strong fascination for that? And then I was thinking, like, I was telling her, I was like, it's not like, you know, you had this stuff before. You just had to have this stuff before. Like, you lived without this stuff your whole life.
You know how much property you could buy in Georgia with that much money?
I definitely think Chance is he put his foot in the game. He really put his foot in the neck of the game and just told them, like, listen. And it's scary because he basically pulled that Soulja Boy on niggas. Like, when Soulja Boy came into the game and did what he did, and it was like, oh shit, you can literally not have shit and turn it into a diamond. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can turn sugar to shit, or shit to sugar in that, you know, situation. But I just think that Chance did the same thing. Like, that's crazy. I mean, it's amazing. But then, you know, there are still benefits behind having that machine, though. That's always gonna be
definitely
there.
Like with the promotion and just the connections. Like, they have all they can definitely,
and the radio.
Like, radio.
Radio's the biggest one.
But I feel like radio kind of going dead now.
It's dead.
Like, radio is
podcast time, baby.
This is more about letting without me saying.
You can't be scared to fail. That's one thing that holds people back. Like, they're scared to fail. They're scared to look stupid in front of people. Like, you can't be scared. Like, you just gotta go out there and you just gotta do it, and you just gotta believe in yourself.
And you know what I always tell people, since we kind of talking on this, that, you know, because I'm 22 years old, and a lot of people I meet are older than me, so, you know, they always have advice. And I always tell people, don't fall into, you know, the fears of somebody else's experiences, because that's all anybody can give you advice on. When somebody tells you, like, if I'm, you know, if I was a, you know, basketball player and I was, you know, 16 and I'm 6'5" and I have aspirations to go into the NBA, and somebody tells me, man, you know, you should, you know, think about, you know, plan B, yada, yada, yada. They're not in the wrong by no means, but I also feel like that they're only telling you this off of their experience of growing up and seeing people not make the NBA, when in actuality, you really could make the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might have been your lane, and now that discouragement right there just literally deterred your whole brain.
I always look at information like this. If a whole bunch of niggas that's not doing shit telling you something is stupid, what makes them niggas credible? Exactly. Think about it. What makes you really think these niggas know what the fuck they talking about? Somebody, if your gut telling you to do it, what makes you think these niggas know what they talking about?
It's always somebody that's not up, like that ain't doing that, or ain't never even tried to do nothing new for themselves. It's always somebody like that that's telling you what you can't do or what you shouldn't try to do. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Everybody failed. Every successful, you know, engineer, inventor has failed multiple times before they ever succeeded, and I feel like that's life. Like, you gotta fall. Until, look, when you was riding your bike, you how many times did you fall probably before you actually got that swag and knew how to actually ride the bike?
Remember that Michael Jordan quote on the Nike commercial? I missed all these shots, I lost all these games, like, but I keep going.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And don't nobody remember that.
Yeah, don't nobody remember that. Like, if you just keep going, ain't nobody gonna remember. Like, yeah, you'll get clowned, yeah, something happen, yeah, people gonna make memes, but like, people gonna get over it. Like, people used to clown Bron all the time. People used to hate Bron for going to Miami. He won them damn rings. They shut up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
3 of them things.
He won, and they shut up.
And they win every year. Yeah. That's when he really showed the NBA, like, yo, he freaky. Because the nigga done went every year the last, like, what, since 2010?
Yeah, most definitely.
Same as in St. Mary's.
You know,
Ohio.
Just make sure y'all out there reaching y'all goals. The sky's the limit, man. You know, just reinforce what Solomon said, man. And, like, you know, black privilege. You got to believe that your skin is a privilege. And just like those Australian people were telling us why they fuck with the podcast is because of our blackness. Like, we got to realize the privilege that we have. And we just got to grind and just get out there and get it. Ain't nobody going to get it for ourselves.
Don't let them think it's a bad thing.
Don't
let them make you think it's a bad thing.
But
it's a good thing to be African.
Yeah, it's a good thing to be African. But this has been episode 6 of the More About Nothing podcast. This is Cornelius. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Neil So Dope. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, my Snapchat is Creative Neil. Neil is spelled Neil.
Hey, it's your boy Tony Roll. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram at TonyRoll_. You can follow me for the behind the scenes, the little extra footage. Snapchat at The Rolling Stone. The Rolling, no G, Stone, like I'm Stone, baby. But anyway, send me feedback. Send me every little topic I want to talk about next week. Everything, more about Mondays, more about nothing Mondays, more about nothing Mondays. I want y'all to remember that because it's more about nothing.